if someone gets all their work from Upwork right now and they don't want that, they want to be in a more consultancy role, what do you think their best path forward is?
So yeah, there's like 2 or 3 different things I want to double click on here. So one is, one of the principles I talk about in the art and business of ghostwriting is it's like the 80-20 time law. So I am a very big believer in that you should not, you have to treat yourself as a business. You're a one-person business. And this is true even if you scale yourself into an agency, but you're a one-person business. You should not be at 100% capacity. You should be at max 80% capacity. And the remaining 20%, so let's say that right now you're getting all your clients through Upwork. And Upwork inherently is a race to the bottom. I'm not a big fan of Upwork. I think you're only going to get premium pricing if you start going outside of Upwork. You go directly to people. But let's say you are. You should operate with this 80-20 time law where you only take on as many clients as you have the bandwidth. That's about 80% of what you can handle. And then the remaining 20%, you should always be pitching premium pricing. You should always be trying to swing to the next tier, because the upside is you could double or triple the revenue per unit, the revenue per client, for example, if one person says yes. And the downside is there is no downside. They say no, and you still have 80% of your clients, you're still paying your bills, you're still living your life, right? So I think if you want to notch up your pricing over time, you have to live by this 80-20 time law where 20% of the time you should be swinging outside of your league so that you can start to notch up. That's going to give you the confidence to start increasing your rates over time. More generally, like I said, I'm not a big fan of Upwork. I think what's hard, if you were to finesse it, the way to do it would be, someone might contact you on Upwork for something very tactical. I need a newsletter writer, or I need a, landing page copywriter. And then when you get on the phone with them, your whole goal would be, I need to educate them on a different problem. I need to educate them on a problem they don't know that they have. So they contacted me thinking they need their landing page rewritten, and I need to educate them on that's actually not what they need help with. They need help with something different. And you're only able to change your value when you change the frame of the conversation.
Right.
So that's the only way that you can leverage Upwork in, moving it in a different direction. But the problem still a little bit is then you run into them being like, well, you price anchored yourself to $50 an hour on an Upwork. Like now you want me to pay you super premium for this different thing? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it sounds like in this case, if someone's totally dependent on Upwork now, you'd, instead of saying, let's try to get premium rates on Upwork, you'd probably say the better play would be to deallocate some Upwork time, spend that time on like some value forward cold outreach. That's
totally
cool.
The problem with Upwork, right, is like, even if you put a premium price on Upwork, like you're a freelancer on Upwork. So like you're sort of raising a neon sign being like, I am in the game that's called race to the bottom.
Yeah.
And so even if you try and charge more, you're sitting in a context where everyone else is charging less. And so I would really encourage, like, I understand that people get their start there and it's fine, but I would really encourage building yourself off of that platform, using yourself as the case study, doing cold outreach yourself separately, and 20% of the time pitching premium pricing, trying to swing outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah, that's very smart. I love it.